Hey, beautiful soul. As we move into this new year of 2026, I don't really want to talk about resolutions or pretending everything magically reset at midnight. I want to talk about something a little deeper, about learning to meet ourselves honestly, shadow and all. The kind of love that we're still learning to give ourselves. Because if this past year taught me anything, its growth does not always look polished or inspiring. Sometimes it looks like doubt, sometimes it looks like letting go, sometimes it's like you're sitting there wanting to throw up because you're stepping into things that are so unfamiliar and so scary. Other times it feels like crying until there's nothing left to cry at all. And sometimes it's just sitting with uncomfortable feelings instead of running from them. And weirdly, that's when the light started getting in for me. Lately I've been reflecting on these parts that I used to avoid. Old stories, fears, patterns that kept looping. Some people call this shadow work. And instead of trying to fix them or wrestle with them, trying to find something better, I started to listen. And that shadow work, well, to me it isn't about judging or dissecting yourself. That's what I used to think. But now I see it differently. It's simply becoming more honest, letting the truth exist without pushing it away. And when we stop abandoning those parts of ourselves, they soften and they loosen that grip on us. And suddenly there's more room inside of us to breathe. It's like that chrysalis moment I've talked about. When you embrace every part of yourself, even the awkward, messy, painful parts, that's when the butterfly finally emerges stronger and more beautiful than it ever could have without this transformation that took place. And the same thing with manifestation. It's been shifting a lot for me. It's not about forcing outcomes anymore. It's about feeling alignment. When you change the way that you see yourself, your worth, your inner dialogue, and your expectations, your inner and outer worlds, they start to match. You feel and believe things about yourself differently. How you show up, how you react, the energy you feel from people, and even the opportunities that you notice. So when your identity lines up with what you want, it begins to reflect back exactly what you're looking for. But that's where self-doubt and inner conflict enters this mix and everything gets tangled up. So the real work is not about pushing harder. It's about getting inside of yourself, gently turning out your insides first. Look at that sense of self-worth, your emotional state, the expectations of what life can hold for you. And slowly, reality shifts to meet that. This year, I don't want to escape myself anymore. I actually want to live inside of my life. Be more honest with myself, more compassionate when I struggle, and be more present for the moments that I'm already here for. Less pretending, less shrinking just to make things easier, and less abandoning who I really, really am. I'm not changing into something perfect, this future version of me anymore. I'm choosing depth instead of distraction and trust instead of trying to control and micromanage everything. I'm learning to believe that what's meant for me doesn't need to be chased. So if you're listening to this, you're already doing the work. You're showing up for your own healing, and that is not easy, and it's very messy. But if you want, remember this. You're not behind. You're not broken. We're evolving. So my intention this year is simple. Live honestly, stay compassionate with myself, and to trust the path it's unfolding. And if this resonates with you, you're welcome to walk alongside me just like this right now, and we'll keep going together. Namaste.